Let me give you a peek inside these books. So what better place to start than Genesis? This is a fresh look at Genesis, the Bible text, visually optimized for study. So when it is the Bible text, it's a King James Bible. Visually optimized means that all the text has been laid out according to its natural structure and beauty, according to its content. And when it says for study, that means that it is color-coded. It has the outline bars that follow the natural literary outline of the book, and it has color coding so that you can see names of people, names of God, places, time words, just all those background study kind of details that you're always looking for. And each book is packed with special features, so the text is laid out according to the kind of text that it is, whether it's dialogue when people are speaking, whether it's lists and genealogies, whether it's divine speech, God speaking. There's oftentimes complex speech where you're trying to figure out who's speaking and who they're quoting. There's things like enhanced poetry so that you can keep those lines and couplets and triplets and stanzas all together and just study things the way they're meant to be studied. So, of course, the book starts out with a few introductory kind of pages and has a color code for you, so you can see how that works together. Maybe a little bit at the beginning to get used to, but once you pick up the color code, most people wonder how they live without it for so many years. So, also has a little quick glance at what a panorama would be like, where the whole Bible is on one page. Of course, that's a separate thing, available digitally and in print. But really, we start the book off with an overview, just briefly, sort of summarizing what it's all about, giving some insight into the structure of the book. And so it has the natural literary outline, and these correspond with the bars that you see. Okay, so and each book is just the natural literary outline. So what is the natural divisions, both large and small, of the book? And that it would all be on the first part. And then you have the text of Scripture itself that begins. And after this story about the beginning, the creation, then you'll find this phrase repeated throughout, or a phrase similar to this. These are the generations of the heaven and of the earth. Okay? And you see that's in brown, breaks into a couple smaller parts. Then that ends, and then you have the next section, the generations of Adam. This says this is the book of the generations of Adam. So it's a short section, mainly just a genealogy. These are the generations of Noah. And there you have a little longer section. Breaks down into a few more parts. Then another genealogy. These are the generations of the sons of Noah. And that's in purple. And it's mainly just a genealogy. And even things like that. Like, there's things that will help you. Okay, so it's the sons of Japheth, the sons of Ham, and sons of Shem. These are the generations of Shem. Now these are the generations of Terah. And here's where we have our first real major long section of the book. Mainly, follows what happens with Abraham. And so that red section, you can see, takes up quite a bit of the book. And it breaks down into its own subdivisions. And one of the cool things about this format is that, you can see the major divisions of a book with the colors. But then also inside that, you can see that something starts here because it's a bigger white space. It's sort of like a tab, but you can see where some of the next level divisions also begin. And you have that all throughout the book, where you have sections like that, or the large sections that would indicate the beginning of something major. And you can look at that on both sides. That's one of the cool things about this. Really, the idea with all of this is to stay in context. So every little thing visually that can help you stay in context, to know, whether it's when someone is speaking, whether it's poetry. Look at that poetry. It's Jacob is speaking, and it's so organized, with the lines and the couplets and the triplets and the stanzas. But Reuben, Simeon, and Levi, Judah, and that's the what was the blessing for each son of Judah. So each book is different, and I wanted to give you a peek inside the book of Genesis. But all these books are available for pre-order now, and so happy to have this in my hands. It's been a long time coming. There's different ways to purchase these, and different sets and individual books, but you can use the website to navigate the different options on that.